Breaking news. Finally, we have humble Wike. Tinubu will be kicked out in 2027 presidential election. Sowore vows. Hear the news in details. All right, iya bụ Eastern News 24 ka isi wetara ya bụ ozi. Egere bụ ozi dịka ọha na uju kabakwa arụ ka idela anyị n'aka na kọmentị ife iche n'ụdị nke gị. Over to you, sir.
Guys, we just want to showcase our musical talents. After all, we are not lazy like another man. We are not lazy youths, and we are talented people in this country. And we came to court today for the Egbeto Kumo school case. The history of that case was that in January, I was invited by the police that they saw me filming some corrupt policemen on the way to the airport, and that I had violated the right of the police to operate freely. And when I got to the police office at the FID, it then turns out that it was more elaborate. They accused me of saying that the IG is illegal and asked me to defend it. I refused, of course, as usual, to write a statement, but I said, so the guy who was then the DIG of FID, I forgot his name now, he's retired.
Okay, DIG FID.
Yeah, at that time, yes. Galandashi. Yes, retired. Galandashi also was looking for 2 years extension. But that was what ended his career in the police force. Alongside others. That struggle led to the retirement of over 500 policemen who forged their age. We forced them out. And it was consequently upon that we decided to fight for the police force. Retired and serving police in what was referred to as a police protest. The first successful of its kind in Nigeria. And that also had culminated now in a law that was passed yesterday at Nigerian Senate, removing the police from the contributory pension scheme. It's waiting for the signature of the president, Emilokon, Paula Blue. So, but Egbetokun was our target, and is still our target, because his tenure was illegally extended, and that has led to one of the most terrible police force leadership in this country today. Yeah. So the insecurity you are seeing in Nigeria today is as a result of poor leadership of the police. The police primarily is in charge of internal security, not the army.
Yes.
But the army has now been reduced to even doing traffic work, protecting people at parties and serving rice, particularly jollof rice at parties. Yes. But that is not the job of the army. So we still insist that Egbetokun must go. And there's another charge against me over that same issue. That's coming up next week. I think 8th of next month. But with regards to this case, this was a case that Egbetokun used, conniving with the judge to seize my international passport since January. They deposited my passport, and the judge, since then, never heard the case. He would say he's going to conference. So today, he was supposed to hear 2 applications. One was for him to release my passport, so that I could at least go to the U.S. and spend the Christmas with my family. Because I've been here for a year. We got to the court, and our lawyer had another engagement. And we duly applied to the judge to stand the case down for 30 minutes. He did. When our lawyer arrived, he wouldn't come out of his chambers. And when he was told that we were waiting and was informed that we have lost confidence in him as the judge in charge handling the case, he threatened and sent a message through his registrar that if he comes out of his chambers to come and hear the case and we tell him that he should recuse himself, he will revoke my bail. And we said, yes, we are ready for that. I'm willing to spend Christmas in prison. After all, I have friends in all the prisons across the country, including in Sokoto, where Nnamdi Kanu is being held unjustly. But as you know, he's the president of that prison. So I won't be surprised if he's the national president of all the prisons in the country, because they have bestowed that honor onto him as the president general of all the prisoners. He's the most important prisoner in this country today, as it is. So then when we sent a message back to the judge that we are willing to take whatever comes our way, He then sent another message that we should go and take a date, that he has a conference. So now this case will not be heard until 26th of February.
25th.
20. We'll do everything we can at this point. It's very clear that this is no longer any kind of court proceeding. It is just a strategy to keep my passports confiscated between the judge and Egbetokun, who is the illegal IGP of police. So that is the information as of today. Yesterday, the same thing was tried by a senior advocate of Nigeria, who was huffing and puffing in court that I should be remanded in prison for insulting the president. So all the cases I have regarding this cybercrime has to do with insulting people who are not doing their jobs. And as I told the judge yesterday, we can never stop debating policy.
Exactly.
So, because these things affect our lives. As we are speaking to you today, there are nobody even know the real numbers of children who are in captivity in Niger State, abducted from a secondary school hostel. There are women, men, young, old people who are in captivity, either kidnapped by official kidnappers or bandits, which is another brand of terrorists, or the terrorists themselves. And the ones that are kidnapped even by security agencies who are holding them illegally under the guise of helping people to collect rent, or somebody insulted somebody. We have a lawmaker who uses the police in the East to send people to prison. We met some young people here yesterday who were sent to the police detention illegally for some time now by a lawmaker in the Bauchi State, a senator. What's that his name again? Shehu Boba. So this is the situation of Nigeria as we speak. Everybody is oppressing anybody. And we have stated continuously that we will do everything we can to break the yoke of oppression in our lifetime and start marching our country towards liberation. When I was invited in January of 2025, if you look at my posting, I said we are on to a fantastic year. I had no idea that the year would be this great, even though I have suffered personal discomfort. But this was the same year that we got youth corpers to have their allowances increased from 33,000 to 77,000. They don't even greet us anymore when we see them on the road. But we don't need them to appreciate us. Yes, this is the year that we confronted the government in ways that nobody has ever done. I cannot count how many people we got out of detention this year, communities that were liberated, and efforts that were made through peaceful protests to shake the system to the point that the only time they watch over their back is when we're involved. So, and I must thank everybody who has come with us this far or thus far with the great job that we have done. Don't forget that this is the year that we got Wike put in his place. Can you repeat that again?
I'm not a fool, sir.
Yes. In fact, the Navy guy who confronted wouldn't have had the courage had we not done the groundwork.
Very correct.
So we were able to put some notorious people in their place. But our goal is not to put them in their place, is to put them out of business. And we will do that in this country as soon as possible through our revolutionary activities. It cannot be encountered no matter how many lawsuits they bring our way. We still have 2 cases, one next week. It's for arraignment. I'm sure they are working towards how to deny bail as well. Because I know in their minds, they'll be planning at how do we make sure Sowore doesn't spend Christmas at home. There's another one at Kuje prison. The magistrate that was procured to send us to prison for protesting for Free Nnamdi Kanu. So when we are done, then we'll see what is left of the year.
Yeah.
But nothing in all this will stop the idea whose time
Has come.
And the idea whose time has come is revolution now.
A people united can never be defeated. A people united can never be defeated. A people united can never be defeated.
Thank you so much. And in the midst of all this, we thank our people, the Nigerian people, for their tolerance. Nigerians can tolerate nonsense. But let the time that we are entering be the year that we'll never tolerate nonsense anymore.
Exactly.
Because without having zero tolerance for nonsense, this country can never make progress.
Yes.
Never. And this is what we keep telling our people. Whether you are young, you are old, don't be in denial. If they have kidnapped your neighbor, don't say it cannot happen to you.
Yes.
It can happen to anybody,
Exactly.
as we have now found out. Because effectively, over 9 states are in the throes of kidnappers, bandits, and terrorists. 9 out of 34. They have started entering Abuja. I don't know if anybody remember a show I went on, and I was saying that the biggest terrorist camps in Nigeria now are located in Obaja now, and also in Suleja, near Suleja. And that's happening now. These terrorists are on the loose. Please cooperate with us, work with us to bring about the end to misery. And the best way to solve the miserable situation of our people in this country is to kick out Tinubu and his people.
Yes.
They have come to bring sorrow, tears, and blood to you. And sadly, but we are here to bring succor. And we'll do whatever it can, peacefully, to ensure that, which we know is possible, because their numbers are negligible. These criminals in government, they have a negligible number of operatives. It's just that Nigerians are too afraid, very docile. That's why in other countries, these are problems that you solve with just one major protest. By 12 noon, all of them would have fled the country.
Exactly.
You know, and nothing in this, how is that? Nothing in what I've said says that we tolerate military rule. We are against military rule, but we are for people's power.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Revolution.
Now.
Revolution! Revolution!
Yes. Well, somebody is asking that we should declare our New Year's slogan, resolution, that it will be no nonsense.
No more nonsense.
No more nonsense. Which one was the one for the year before? No grief for anybody. And we are the only.
ndị be anyị gwadalụ ụlọ nne ndị kunu sibere soro anyị n'ụbọchị nketa na Eastern News 24. anyị gara pụsị kunu kwuru n'akara kọmentị ifunu chere n'ụdị nkunu gbasịta maka ebe ife nwanne anyị nwoke wetara anyị n'ụbọchị nketa na Eastern News 24. ọzọ dị ka ibe ya bụ kabakwalụ ketụsa ya bụ ozi maka emesịa na ụmụnne m.